And we're back in the game with some more Rome Total War Urbe Condita mod, playing as Carthage. And we're sending our spy up through Italy to check on the progress of the Macedonians, who are getting too big for their boots, but they are tying down the Romans. And at the same time, we're trying to build up a force to go and see off these British invaders. The Britons have just shown up in my Rome campaign, attacking a large number of settlements. So the Romans are now at war with the Britons. We can get some mercenaries here, I think we should. If not, the Britons might recruit them. The Britons do have some forces around here. They actually had an army, so I don't know where the rest of their army has gone. You probably need to come over here for retraining, even if that's making you unhappy. You can't reach them. You're at 65%, so you may in fact rebel. Here's what I'm going to do. Put you in the recruitment queue. That's where that British army is. Came from Numantia. Right. They have a lot of units, but they look only half strength. Alright, you come to there. You might be able to get there in time. We are sending forces out from Tingi to help out. Down here, we've been fighting a lot of battles against the Egyptians. There's some good battles against them. We've got some reinforcements coming down. They're just clearing out these rebels in the meantime. We have been blockaded. That's a powerful Egyptian fleet. We could try to break out. We'll be close defeat indeed. I don't think you can move. Oh, you actually could merge up. So that should make you about as strong, I would think. And we have this army that's coming to try and capture the city of Cyrene. We have our diplomat who's coming down to look for a settlement that should be around about here. I believe it's called Aguila. Yes, Aguila. It's probably an oasis. Let's end the turn and see what happens. And they are attacking that fleet again. And we got a victory this time. And here comes those Britons. We weren't quick enough to get into Oxtraca with our forces. Alright, we've got some upgrading to do. And more upgrading to do over here. Right, I think we'll get some cavalry from there. You can now get into there and should be able to cancel all of that. You can come here for retraining. You can drop some units off. Come back here to pick up some more units. You've got a nice sized population. And so have you. Right, let's see if we can... we're not going to make it, are we? Just not going to make it. In that case, let's try to... Oh, and we got intercepted. Oh, we still managed to get there. Right, so we're going to lose that settlement. Yeah, be pretty much suicidal to go after them. They've got a lot of heavy units. But then, do you want to die without putting up a fight? That's the question. Alright. You can get close to the settlement and come in as reinforcements. You're big enough that you can recruit some troops. Can we see what the Britons have in there? They have chariots, heavy chariots and light chariots, mercenary, cav, swordsmen mainly. What do we have in there? Libyan hoplites, a lot of cavalry. Could do some archers, but we don't have any. We could do with another general. That would help out. Alright, you don't have the population for retraining, so you can come back up here. You should be able to pick up a bunch of mercenaries. We are getting another ship back here, another powerful ship. Alright, we've just seen off that Egyptian fleet. Why don't you come up here for retraining, and we'll put that army in there as well. And we'll give you another ship. What to get from here? These have been very effective so far. That's our only artillery that we can get, or the cheapest artillery. Alright, diplomat, come on down. There it is. Let's try to get that peace with them. They don't hold any of our territory. No, they're not going for it, which is disappointing. We do have two armies here though. And in Italy, what's going on here with the... Ooh. So the Romans have actually gotten the Marian reforms. I was just discussing in my Rome campaign. about getting the Marian reforms, and looks like they've got it. So they've now got some legionary cohorts. They don't look too much better than the Principes. Obviously, they look perhaps cooler, some people might say. What can they actually get? Auxiliary and legionary cohort. Archer auxiliary, light auxiliary. Those are javelin armed infantry. Ballistas, scorpions, stone throwing ballista. What about their cavalry? They can get companion cavalry. I could not get that in my Roman campaign. Does that become available after the Marian reforms? I would have expected it to be available from the beginning. But they now have Roman light cavalry, auxiliary cavalry, and heavy auxiliary cavalry. That's a placeholder. So is that, and so is that. Alright. Oh, look, they do in fact have Praetorian cohorts. And there's the archer auxiliary, and there's the auxiliary infantry. Nice. But that's still a Macedonian city. Okay, so no battles yet. Let's end the turn. What happened there? I forgot to move my army, did I? Yep, they've taken Iruna without a fight. They did have reinforcements outside of Cyrene, but I think we can beat them. Those are just like cavalry. That's a very heavy cavalry unit. First time we're seeing it in the campaign, I think. Those are decent spearmen. What do they have in the settlement? Thoricitai, more spearmen. But they're lacking in missile troops. That's where we shall decimate them and take their city. Assuming we take the city, what are we going to do with it? Sack it? Then they won't have a recruitment center close by. Occupy it and try to make use of it as a forward operating base. Or leave a small garrison there, just enough that they won't rebel, and the Egyptians will have to waste time sieging it down. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Right, you'll be on fire arrows, as expected. And we have a lot of skirmishers, don't we? Right, let's get a look at the sacred band, shall we? Right before we start the battle. I was just recently watching a video on YouTube about the sacred band of Carthage. You could find videos on almost everything on YouTube. They look like shock cavalry, don't they? So that's how we shall use them. Let's start the battle.
The enemy have proved their cowardice. They have reinforcements.
They do have reinforcements. Let's see if those reinforcements are going to help them. We need to get rid of their peltasts. Their cavalry isn't going to kill too much. Let's get our general over on that flank. Their reinforcements are coming in. That must be the settlement back there. That's their spearmen. Let's see them in action, shall we? See what they can do. Although if they get too close to those spearmen, now they're pulling those spearmen back to defend their cavalry. Smart move. Still not going to save you. Yeah, they're trying to defend against us. We could probably smash them in any case. It's okay if you want to waste all these units chasing me down. I don't mind. They have more cavalry there. Shall we go and squash their cavalry? Oh, they are trying to catch us. Go on, let's see what you can do, Sacred Band. You are taking quite a few losses, aren't you? Those are just like cavalry. You're about to get hit by a second unit.
This general is the perfect enemy. He does not stand but runs away.
Alright, you've broken those. Come down here, General, and help out. You did take a lot of losses, didn't you? Those are Thorakitai. Get away from them. They have javelins. Alright, to keep up your fire on those units. We don't want too many of the enemy getting away. Doubt if we can catch all of those. Why don't you throw some javelins at them? You've used up all of your ammunition, haven't you? Why don't you throw some javelins? Yeah, you're not going to catch those units. Why don't you just sit there and rest for a minute? Right, you're going to run all the way to the edge? Apparently so. You're now winded. You're winded. Try to break that unit if you can. Where's their general? He's just charging in, isn't he? That's him there. Down to 18 men. It's a fairly solid line. Yep. Who are those? Light spearmen. Now we're going to have to come over here and try and intercept him. I want to kill him, certain. Right, who else has got some ammunition? You do. Come up and use it against them. Those Thorakitai are doing quite well. Fire on those units now. You can come off of skirmish mode. Alright, you can all charge those. There goes their general. Yep, he has. Nobody else to charge after. Although that unit. Yep, go after them. We need to get rid of these pike formations.
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield!
Right, those are broken as well. You need to come down here and help out against the pike formations. Quite a few of those managed to get away. Nobody's really getting away over here. Right, quite a few did get away. Right.
Men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
Stop firing. Where's that unit? Back there. Come after them. Alright, how many men up here getting away? 106. Wow. Yeah, we need to go after those.
Orders completed, Great Lord. Hurry!
It's only 7. But still. Don't want them getting away. Who else is running here? Just 8 men. We'll get all of those. We'll speed it up now. 40% casualties. But we got a lot of the enemy. 94%. You got that whole unit, didn't you? Right, can you come down here and get those? Were they going to get away? Who did we kill? Is set no effect? Or Leetis?
Victory is yours. And
Okay, very good.
is not both well deserved.
They did kill over 1100.
Victory! Victory is ours!
Alright, they're not happy.
Capture.
I think we're going to exterminate them and destroy all the buildings. Alright, and it looks like we're going to get a battle against the Britons as well. Noble cavalry, or Troas. And more heavy infantry and swordsmen. I cannot even pronounce that. It looks like a Welsh name. It's only about half as strong as us if they're all combined. And those are probably their reinforcements are coming in, coming from Iruna, which they just captured, I believe. So if we can kill them all off, we might be able to push back on towards Iruna and recapture it pretty quickly. Only losing it for a turn or two. Yep, got some good units here. Javelin and swords. Good amount of archers. Got a lot of cavalry as well, don't we? Alright. Barbarian cav. Missile cav. And we're ready to go. Got a really good view from up here, don't we? Where are they? Down there. So, who are we going to concentrate on first? We could split up our forces, couldn't we? Let's go ahead and do that. We've got 3 units of cavalry over here. And we can send all of our archers as well. And our Spanish mercenaries can redeploy and go after these forces, which appear to be charging uphill against us, with our slingers as some support. We've got more forces coming from back there. Let's put our Libyans up here. They're not great, but we've got to make some use out of them. Why don't you come down and throw some javelins at the enemy? See if that'll tempt them forwards. Right. Caledonian Highlanders. Alright, let's get a look at them. Swordsman. Oh, they're getting hit very hard. You should be within range, I think, very soon. Right. 3 units of archers targeting you. Right. You've used up all of your ammunition. How are you doing over here? Barbarian Noble Cavalry. Let's send our Libyans in. Ah, you broke already. That's unusual. Never mind. Let's try to clear out that cavalry. How are we doing over here? We didn't kill too many of them. Let's get our archers to target the Caledonians.
The enemy general has been killed.
Alright.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage. Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield!
We will, don't worry. Who are we chasing after here? You probably need to change targets. Target them. Where's their reinforcements? Fair distance away. You're getting hit from the front and the rear. You should be. You're winded and you're shaken. It's probably time to go in with a cavalry charge. Right, where's their... There they are.
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from
Well,
the
they can run, and they can try to hide, but it's not going to help them.
The gods smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Are they going to retreat? That's the question. Go ahead and run. What do they have in their force over here? Can't quite tell. Ah yes, heavy infantry. You hold your positions. They're still coming towards us. Although you probably need to get a lot closer. Let's speed it up. Heavy infantry, chosen swordsman, and regular swordsman. See if we can tempt them forwards by throwing some projectiles at them. Though that's not very good English, is it? I suppose we could say launch some projectiles at them. Right, we've killed off 65%. We're not going to be in danger of any friendly fire, I don't think. Got lots of ammunition. They should all be pretty heavily armoured, but it seems as if even regular arrows do a fair amount of damage. Looks like they're trying to charge after our archers. Intimidated by nearby enemy. Alright, so that's why our units broke, is it? These Britons, these barbarians, are scaring our civilized units. We'll see about that. We'll send some elephants their way. See how long they scare us then. They have no way to deal with our units unless they charge into us. They've broken. Playing in panic. Good. And so we shall target these units.
The enemy general shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Go ahead and break. Intimidated by nearby units. That could be a trait for all of those units. So we're going to need better morale, and we're going to need to be commanded by a general. Otherwise we're always going to be intimidated. Alright, stop firing. Stop firing. And kill them off. And that's 100%. Yes, it is. We lost less than 200. Good. And speaking of elephants, there's some Carthaginian elephants right now. They're in a little scrap with some Romans. And we've been attacked by another British army. Again with a lot of heavy infantry. Well, we're going to fight it. This is going to be a almost hour long video, perhaps. I didn't think they had any more forces back there, but apparently they do. The benefit here is it's just one force coming towards us, so we can deal with them all at once. Right, we already know you're going to be intimidated. Let us get the best ground possible. They don't have that many units, so we don't need to be very wide. Fire arrows. Don't group them. Right. And they don't have any cavalry. And they also don't have any missile units. So we can see what we need to do. We need to have more missile units than they do, and we need to stay more mobile than the enemy by having more cavalry. Those chariots that we saw in their other army, well, I don't think they're going to have too many of them. That's a higher tier unit. And if they have any regular cavalry, they're probably likely to be mercenaries. Come down here and throw some javelins. Right, they're now within range of most of our missile units. They're swordsmen or regular swordsmen. It's all the same. Go ahead, throw your javelins. You're throwing at them. And now our Spanish mercenaries are getting their javelins off, but they're already intimidated. You're also intimidated, but we've killed off a fair amount. Why don't you go ahead and get into melee with them? You are mercenaries, so why should we care too much about you? They have broken through. We're going to have to commit our cavalry, not the best way. Right, that's not good, having to commit our cavalry this early. Again, it's our infantry line that's letting us down, as the Carthaginians. Not good. Our general is taking a lot of losses. Yeah, we didn't do too much against them, did we? Right, they're breaking our spearmen. Right, you managed to come back into the fight. You Spanish, you need to come back and try to be a little more useful. Looks like we're breaking their units over here, or at least some of them. That's some armoured spearmen there. Not ideal to send cavalry after them. Who are you getting shot by? Yeah, you ran into those heavy infantry, didn't you? Oh, they in fact had some archers. Did not even see them. Back there. How are you doing? Yeah, you're putting up a fight. General, go after those. See if you can chase them off. Try to wear one of these units down. They are shaken. Our barbarian cavalry has done surprisingly well.
He does not stand but runs away. The gods smile upon you today.
I'm surprised how well they've done.
And his men lose heart.
Alright, continue the battle.
Drive them from the battlefield.
You can stop charging. You can stop firing. You can stop firing. There is a unit over here. Is anyone chasing them? Yeah, you. Can we get some cavalry support in case you're not quick enough?
Attack quickly.
And you can go after them. Right, that should be about 100% of the enemy killed off. We'll just speed it up. So, that's two good battles we've just had right there. And there are still British forces in Iberia. And of course we want to pay them back for attacking us. So we're going to have to start pushing into southern Gaul. That should be everyone, right? Or are they still charging down? Yep. Almost got them. There they go.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for
We lost 1/3 of our force. Right. Let's hope there's no more British forces nearby.
glorious victory.
Nope.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
They should be happier. There's a good sized population in there. Right, let's just do our housekeeping. West farms, that's us. Heroic death, yes. He could not get out in time. Let's try to clear up. You can't quite reach them. I think we'll send these forces down.
Mighty general. Orders.
How far can that general get? Not all the way. Right.
My liege, my liege. Sire! Mighty general, mighty general, mighty general. Mighty general! My liege, leading the army.
We shall send you up here.
Move out! Out of
you're coming in there for retraining. Alright. Oh, that was that ship that's been trying to escape from the Egyptians for like 15 episodes. Well done. Go ahead and merge up. We'll just get more armoured archers here. More cavalry coming in from our outer territories. Armour upgrade for those units. Right, we've just taken Cyrene. Let's destroy those buildings. It's just too far, I think, for us to defend. Right, our army. We're going to leave the smallest units possible behind. Those Libyan hoplites. And head on back out. Grab some mercenaries. Ooh. Cyrene hoplites. We'll grab them if we need them. Well, you know what? We've got the money, and we're probably going to have to fight one or both of these Egyptian forces. Let's grab them. It's probably worth disbanding that unit and getting that other unit of... Actually, is there anyone else we can disband? I think we want to keep our missile units. We could offer it back to the Egyptians, couldn't we? I want your map info. You can have that settlement. Ah, nope, I meant to offer you a settlement. Kyrene. We can actually see what they have. Campus Newbie. They have a lot of territory, don't they? So, sees no reason still for a peace treaty. Well, darn. Alright. So we got those units in here. We are still trying to grow the settlement. We are recruiting more here. Let's take our spy. There's a British Navy that we fought against. There's the auxiliary cavalry. Praetorian cohorts. Can't wait to see them in my Roman campaign. Alright, so that's a Roman settlement. So is Genoa. Right, we can't get all the way there. Batavium is Macedonian, but possibly not for long. We really do need some better map info. There's a small British army here, but we've seen what we need to do to destroy them. Missile units. Alright, actually, you've only just passed 12,000. So any retraining that we do is going to lower that down. Right, missile units. More archers then. You're native, you're native, you're native, and you. Slingers, you're the only other native unit. Right. Yep. We're going to recruit a lot of troops out of here. More cavalry, more archers. What's your population like? Great. Ah, they pulled back. Ah, that's good. Right, in that case, let's try to find them. There they are. Let's take those units out and join up. It's not a very big force. We'll send all of the cavalry ahead. They have better movement. And we can recruit from here. Right. We need retraining. Very good. Right. So, we've regained one settlement. They do have a fair amount of forces. And we haven't faced their chariots in battle. We do have some skirmish troops in this army. And we haven't faced their Batavian units. So we're going to have to see how well we can do against them. What we could do with is a spy. And you get a discount on training spies. So we're going to train one there. We need to do something about public order here. There's not much we can do. Perhaps the secret police HQ. Maybe just get an extra unit in here. Public order. They're cheap. And we could start recruiting from here. You're going to die very soon. I think I said that in the last episode. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. So until next time, thank you for watching, and we shall see you later.